Many years ago, there lived a quiet and easygoing woman named Ngozi, who wanted peace like other people wanted hot suya. Before we dive in, pause for a moment. Where in the world are you watching from? Remember to like, subscribe and comment in the comment section below. Now lean in, let's begin. Ngozi worked as a software developer in a tech firm in Abuja, where her main job was to write code, smile politely at demanding clients, and beg the network team not to let the server crash during peak hours. She was a diligent worker who would neatly pack her lunch of rice and stew and greet everybody along the street, because her mother raised her to respect all elders. Ngozi was 33, slim, with bright eyes and a soft voice. People always said, Ngozi is too calm for this Lagos hustle. She was content until her auntie died. Her auntie, Auntie Ifeoma, was her father's older sister who never married and was famous for her loud, no-nonsense approach to life. Auntie Ifeoma had lived in Lagos for years, managing her father's old compound called a Harmony Court. In fact, the tenants there sometimes argued as if they were rehearsing for a World Cup final. When Auntie Ifeoma passed away, the family cried, but they also gossiped about who would inherit the property. Ngozi was the favorite niece, but she didn't think much of it. Weeks later, a letter arrived. Ngozi was named the new owner of Harmony Court. She stared at the letter, wondering if the lawyer meant harmony as in peace, or harmony as in a piece of stress. She didn't understand why her auntie skipped all the older, more experienced cousins. Unfortunately for her, the lawyer said the will was clear. Her auntie wanted Ngozi to have the compound because she was the only one who sees clearly. One Saturday morning, Ngozi packed small jollof rice in a cooler, tied her headscarf, and drove to see her inheritance in the heart of Lagos. From the gates, she knew something was wrong. The name, Harmony Court, was written on the wall, but the tenants had covered the Harmony part with a huge, faded political poster, so it only read Court. The gate was bent. The moment Ngozi stepped inside, Mama Bimp, the self-appointed gossip general, rushed out. "Oh, new landlady. Small madam. Our angel," she hugged Ngozi with all her might. Before Ngozi could breathe, Mama Bimp started talking fast. "We thank God. You see, this our compound, don't worry, we cooperate. We are peaceful people, no problem at all." Ironically, as she said, peaceful people, one man shouted, "If you touch that wire again, I go show you pepper." Ngozi blinked. This cannot be Harmony, she thought. This is war headquarters. She soon met Mr. Osos, who appeared from his room wearing a singlet and a wrapper. He looked at Ngozi and said, "You are the new landlady. Welcome. About the rent, don't worry, we'll talk later. I have been expecting a lot since 2018. Ngozi swallowed hard. Next came Bobaton and his two goats, named Blessing and Victory. Bobaton waved happily and said, "Auntie, don't worry, oh. My goats know they disturb anybody. They are well behaved." As he spoke, Victory started chewing the lettered notice Ngozi had pasted on the wall. Ngozi moved around. She noticed suspicious holes at the back of the compound. She asked Chidi the barber, but he scratched his head and said, that hole. It has been there since the time of Moses." Ngozi knew something was not right. As she was leaving, she heard two tenants gossiping. "A small madam like this cannot control us now. She's too gentle. We are going to match her. She will soon learn." Ngozi entered her car, put her forehead on the steering wheel, and whispered, "I will bring peace to Harmony Court, even if the tenants are allergic to peace." The renovation and the discovery. The following week, Ngozi returned with a calm smile, a notebook, and a pen. She wanted to start with renovation, believing that if the place looked better, the tenants would behave better. She called a meeting, but no one wanted to come until Mama Bimp went around shouting, "Everybody come out now before I mention your name loudly and disgrace your generation." Ngozi explained her plan. "We will fix the pump, repaint the walls, change the wiring, repair the drainage, and upgrade the whole place." Immediately, chaos erupted. Why now? Renovation in this economy? Bobaton asked, "I hope the paint will not affect my goats." Mama Bim placed her hands on her waist. "Madam Ngozi, renovation for what? This place is fine like this now. We have been living here for years, no wala. Why are you rushing? Then, an old woman muttered, every landlord that says good for you ends up increasing rent. The moment the woman said rent, the whole compound changed. She wants to increase rent. She wants to chase us away. Ngozi assured them, please, no rent increase. I just want to fix things. The tenants did not believe her. 3 days later, the renovation team arrived with Baba Connor, the experienced electrician. As they chipped away at the old plaster, the ceiling panel in the corridor suddenly broke. Not a nylon bag, but a stack of fake Nollywood movie DVDs wrapped in black tape fell out. The titles were all current blockbusters. The compound went silent. Who owns this? Baba Connor asked. Nobody answered, Ngozi said calmly. You people don't know? Everyone suddenly became blind. As they continued inspecting, they found an illegal electricity bypass connecting Chidi the barber's shop to free power, an underground pipe channeling free water outside, and a small, freshly dug pit at the backyard. Ngozi finally understood her auntie's headache. That evening, as Ngozi stepped out of the gate, she noticed a man standing outside wearing a black hoodie and a mask. He whispered, tell your workers to stop, or you won't like what will happen. Later that night, the tenants held a secret meeting and agreed to frustrate Ngozi, refuse cooperation, and spread lies. The next morning, Ngozi met fresh trouble, a long petition written by Mama Bim claiming Ngozi was harassing tenants. The secret room and the diary. Ngozi decided it was time to carry her courage. She brought Baba Connor back to trace the illegal wiring. Madam, the electrician frowned, the wiring in this house is not ordinary. Somebody has done an underground connection that even NEPA cannot understand. They traced the lines until they reached an old store. Baba Connor knocked on the wall and the sound was hollow. He shifted one loose block, and dust flew into the air. Behind it was a thick, black wooden door nailed shut. Ngozi was shocked, her auntie never told her about a secret door. Baba Connor opened the door gently. Inside was a dark, small room. Using her phone flashlight, Ngozi stepped inside. They found an old, flat mattress, several used water bottles, a small generator, and a huge stack of empty cartons for CDs and DVDs. There was a small pot with ashes and a tiny window covered with black clothes. Madam, this is not ordinary, Baba Connor whispered. This is a hideout for piracy. That night, when Ngozi returned to check the room, the masked man appeared. You shouldn't have opened this place, a slow voice said. He walked towards her. You are disturbing things you don't understand. Stop digging, stop searching, stop opening what should remain closed, he hissed. He leaned in closer. Your auntie didn't mind her business. See what happened to her. Ngozi's blood froze. The masked man gave a wicked smile and vanished through the back gate. Shaking, Ngozi returned to the storeroom. Beneath the broken chair, her eyes caught a small wooden box. Inside was her auntie's old diary. She sat on the dusty floor and began to read. I caught him today. I saw him sneaking to the backyard with huge curtains. I know what he's doing. He thinks I don't know, but I know. He is burying his pirated goods in the yard. A few pages later. He came into my room at midnight. He warned me. He said I should mind my business, but I cannot keep quiet. I will not allow evil inside my father's house. The last page read. If anything happens to me, let Ngozi take the house. She will know what to do. She's the only one who sees clearly. One day he will return, and when he returns, somebody must be brave enough to face him. Ngozi hugged the diary to her chest. She stood up, whispering, I will not run. The unmasking and the resolution. That night, Ngozi couldn't sleep. Around 11 p.m., she heard noise near the backyard. She tiptoed outside and listened. She heard two voices, the masked man's and a woman's. She leaned forward and recognized the woman, Mama Bimp. You didn't tell me you broke into the store. The girl has found the room. All our plans will spoil. Mama Bimp panicked. The masked man, whose name was Danjuma, hissed. You talk too much. She's stubborn. We must scare her and stop her workers. This house is perfect for my movie business. If they pull down the wall, they will find the rest of the pirated CDs. Ngozi nearly fainted. The masked man walked away, and Mama Bimp slipped back into her room. The next day, Mama Bimp was out with her frying pan voice, shouting, "This landlady wants to kill us with stress. She's wicked. I had a dream, a very evil dream." Ngozi stood calmly in the center. "Let us talk, everyone." Mama Bimp shouted louder, "No one is talking. She's too young to control us." At that moment, the electrician, Baba Connor, stepped forward. "Excuse me, everybody, please hear something. I saw Mama Bimp enter a secret room last night. She knows who is living there. She knows what is inside the wall." The compound went silent. Mama Bimp's eyes widened. "Me? Enter which room? God forbid. You are lying." Just then, the backyard suddenly erupted into chaos. There was a loud crash, and a spark of fire followed by a scream. Boberton was running like someone whose secrets caught fire. He had accidentally cut a wire while trying to quickly dig up the cartons of pirated CDs from the backyard pit before the police arrived. Flames jumped out, and the children screamed. When the fire calmed down, the police arrived. They opened the pit and found dozens of cartons of pirated, best of 2024 CDs, laptops, and duplicating equipment. The police arrested Boberton on the spot. He quickly pointed at Mama Bimp. She collapsed, screaming, "Please, I am innocent. He's the one that forced me. He promised his rich nephew would marry my daughter." The police took their statements. Boberton and Mama Bimp quickly confessed, implicating Danjuma, J-Boy. They revealed that Danjuma had been using the compound as his hideout for his piracy ring and had even threatened Auntie Ifeoma. The police tracked down and arrested Danjuma while he was trying to escape on an Okada with a backpack full of master copies. When Ngozi returned to the compound, the tenants ran out to greet her. Sister Mary, formerly Judith, embraced her, saying, "Madam Landlady, the God that fights for the innocent has fought for you." Later in the evening, Ngozi called a final compound meeting. "I have the right to evict any tenants involved in crime or disrespect, and I will use that right today," Ngozi addressed them without shouting. Mr. Osas was given a 3-month notice for unpaid rent. Chioma, formerly Queen, was given a 6-month quick notice for lying, bullying, and illegal water usage. Chidi the barber was fined heavily for illegal electricity bypass. Sister Mary was warned strictly that her midnight prayers were disturbing the peace of the entire compound. She promised to pray silently from now on. The remaining tenants nodded in agreement. Ngozi stood in the middle of Harmony Court with her aunt's diary still in her hand. The criminals were gone, the lies were gone, and the danger was gone. Harmony Court, for the first time in many years, was finally what its name claimed to be, a place of peace. Please remember to subscribe, like and comment in the comment section below.